Hello, Paradise. How are my fantastic fourth graders? Well, I came out here. I wanted to take Bluebell on a little gator ride, and it was time to park and pick up a book and read. But Bluebell wanted to help me make an announcement. Today, I ordered the one and only Bob. It comes out on May 5th, and I'm super excited. I got on Amazon and made the order. So hopefully it will get here very soon after May 5th. Another book that I wanted to share with you guys is another book that I'm reading here at home. It's called Wish Tree. It's also another book by Catherine Applegate. She is the author of The One and Only Ivan. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm about halfway through it, and it's called Wish Tree, and it is from the perspective of the tree. So it is really good. I'm really enjoying it, and I highly recommend this book. Hopefully maybe you can put it on your summer reading list. I want to get back to There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom. I want to give a shout out to Colton and Caden and Logan and Maddie for making comments. I'm glad that you're enjoying the book. It was great to see your comments in Google Classroom, and it really makes my day when you guys do that. So anyway, I also want to encourage you. I put in a few Kahoots that I'm trying out. It's not like the actual Kahoot, like what we, how we play it in the classroom, but it is a challenge where it's just you playing, and I'm experimenting with that. And a few of you have tried that out. Bree played a game the other day. I think Noah played. Noah Moore, and then Caden tried to get in. He was having some trouble with it, so let me know how you like it, okay? And also a big shout out to Preston. He helped me out on a question that I had with Google Classroom. So it's always great to hear from you guys. It really makes my day, and I'm ready to get started reading. I'm going to get started on chapter 14. I'm going to back up a little bit though in chapter 13 and read what I read yesterday, okay? He won't, said Bradley, shaking his head. Well, just because you and he are friends, that doesn't mean he can't have other friends too, said Carla. Yes, it does. Well, why? Because, he said proudly, so long as Jeff is friends with me, nobody else will like him. Chapter 14. Homework. After school, Bradley Chalkers was going to go to Jeff Fishkin's house, and they were going to do their homework together. Bradley couldn't believe it. Homework. It was all he thought about as he sat at his desk, last seat, last row, and waited for school to end. Maybe it won't be too horrible, he reasoned. After all, Jeff always does his homework. He must like it. The more he thought about it, the more he liked the idea. Homework. Work you do at home. Except he wouldn't do it at his home. He would do it at Jeff's home. And that was even better. It would be his first time over at Jeff's house. And after he did his homework, Mrs. Ebel might give him a gold star. Instead of scribbling, he drew little stars, one after another, until the bell rang. But first, they had to beat up those girls. Come on, let's go, he said, hopping out of his seat. Just a sec, said Jeff. He got a book from his desk. Oh, do I need one of those? Bradley asked. He hadn't realized that in order to do his homework, he would need to bring his book home. Oh, that's okay, we can share mine. They walked outside. There was a light drizzle. They're in Mrs. Sharp's class, said Bradley. We can wait here until they come out and then sneak up behind them. Who? Those girls. We have to beat them up so they won't say hello to you. Well, we should probably get started on our homework right away, said Jeff. Well, it won't take long, Bradley assured him. You just have to hit them once and then they cry and run away. Well, but it's raining, said Jeff. It was barely misting. Good. We can push them in the mud and get their clothes dirty. Girls hate it when their clothes get dirty. They stood about 10 yards away from Mrs. Sharp's door and they waited. Several kids came out, but they didn't see Colleen, Lori, or Melinda. Well, maybe they've already gone home, Jeff said hopefully. Oh no, girls always take a long time to leave class, Bradley explained. First, they have to put their papers neatly in their notebooks, and then they have to mark their places in their books and put all their pencils in their pencil holders, and then they put everything away neatly in their desk. He said it as though it was the most disgusting thing that anyone could do. Shh, here they come. Melinda, followed by Colleen and Lori, came out of Mrs. Sharp's room. Bradley put his finger to his lips, and then he and Jeff walked after them, keeping their distance. They followed the girls around the side of the building and along the sidewalk away from the school. Well, let's just go home, said Jeff. The homework might take a long time. Girls kick, warned Bradley. They don't know how to punch, so they just try to kick. He quickened his pace until he was just a few steps behind the girls. Jeff lagged a little behind. Lori was the first to turn around. Ooh, Bradley chalkers, she said, making a face. Lori loudmouth, snapped Bradley. The ugliest girl in the school. Melinda and Colleen stopped walking and they turned around too. Grow up, Bradley, said Melinda. Make me, he replied. Hello, Jeff, Colleen said very quietly. Hello, said Jeff. Quit saying hello to them, said Bradley. It's a free country, said Lori. We can say hello. Not to us, said Bradley. Well, we didn't say hello to you, said Lori. Just him. Hello, Jeff. Hello, said Jeff. Lori laughed. Why don't you just leave us alone, Bradley, said Melinda. No, you leave us alone first, Bradley said, and he pushed Melinda. She pushed him back. He pushed her again. She shoved him off the sidewalk. He slipped on the wet grass and fell to the ground. Lori laughed hysterically. Bradley scrambled angrily to his feet. You got my clothes dirty. Bradley wet his pants, teased Lori, hiding behind Melinda. Shut up, he yelled. You started it, said Melinda. I'll punch your face in, said Bradley, and he shook his fist at her. Melinda raised her fist in the air. He charged toward her and then he kicked her in the leg. She slugged him in the face with all her might. Bradley stumbled backward and almost fell again, but he caught his balance. He glared at Melinda as his eyes swelled with tears. No fair, 4 against 1, he shouted, and then he ran home crying. Next chapter, chapter 15. Oh, my poor baby, said Bradley's mother as she wrapped her massive arms around him. He had stopped crying shortly after he ran away from Melinda, but started again when he saw his mother. They beat me up and they threw me in the mud, he sobbed. His mother wiped his face with a tissue she kept rolled up in her shirt sleeve. Come on, she said, and led him by hand down the hall to the bathroom. You'll take a nice warm bath and put on clean clothes and feel good as new. Claudia was in the bathroom combing her hair. What happened to him? Oh, some bullies picked on him after school. There were 4 of them, said Bradley, and they ripped at my homework too. You've been crying, Claudia accused. That's the rain, said Bradley. Claudia started to say something, but her mother told her to leave the bathroom. She laid out clean clothes on the bathroom counter, then started the water. After his bath, Bradley went into his bedroom. He was just in the nick of time. Ronnie the rabbit was romping across the bed singing doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. when suddenly she was lost. "Where am I?" she asked. Suddenly 3 bad guys were chasing her. They were the two of spades, the 9 of hearts, and the King of diamonds. The King of diamonds was the leader of the bad guys. "After her!" he yelled. "Help!" called Ronnie. She ran to the edge of the bed. "The cliff!" She was trapped. The floor was 1,000 feet below. The bad guys moved in for the kill. "Let me go!" she shouted, and then fell off the bed onto the floor. But that was an accident. Bradley picked her up and put her back on the edge of the bed. It never happened. There was time out. "What are you going to do to me?" asked Ronnie, trembling on the edge of the cliff. "We are going to kill you," said the King of Diamonds. "Oh, no, you're not," said a voice from behind. It was Bartholomew. "Get him, boys," ordered the King of Diamonds, and the cards attacked. Bartholomew punched the 2 of spades in the stomach, then flipped over his head and over off the cliff. "Ah!" The 2 of spades yelled as he fell 1,000 feet to his death. Next, Bartholomew beat up the 9 of hearts. "Go join your friend," he said as he threw him over the cliff too. "Ah!" cried the 9. Now only the King of Diamonds was left. He came at Bartholomew swinging an axe. "I'll chop off your head," he sneered. Bartholomew ducked and then kicked the axe out of the king's hand and punched his face in. He threw the king over the cliff too. Ronnie ran to Bartholomew. "You saved my life," she said. "I know," said Bartholomew, and they kissed. Claudia walked into the room. Mom's making cookies because you got beat up," she said. "Oh, you're going to have a black eye." "I didn't get beat up," Bradley declared. "I beat them up. I gave one kid 2 black eyes and another boy 3. "You can't give somebody 3 black eyes," said Claudia. "Shut up," said Bradley, "or I'll give you 4 black eyes." Claudia shrugged and left his room. Bradley got up from his bed and went into the kitchen, where his mother was making chocolate chip cookies. She let him lick the spoon. "I want to know the names of the boys who did this to you," she said. "I'm going to call your school principal." Bradley thought for a moment. I don't know all their names." Don't be afraid to tell me," said his mother. "They won't hurt you anymore." Bradley thought a moment. "Jeff Fishkin," he declared. "He was the leader of the gang." "I'll call the school first thing in the morning," said his mother. "Good," said Bradley. "I hope he gets in trouble. I hate him." All right, guys, that finishes up chapter 15. I hope you're enjoying the story. And just remember, Bradley has his little ceramic friends, Ronnie the rabbit, Bartholomew the bear. And as you can see, he kind of comes home and plays through the dialogue, the talking, everything that he's experiencing, feeling, all that he brings out and has this conversation with his little ceramic animal friends. I hope you're enjoying the story. I hope you have a great day. It's been such a nice day. I was so happy to see the sunshine, and Bluebell just really enjoyed the story too. And anytime I'm out here reading, she's always with me. You may not always see her, but she is always right beside me listening to the story too. So hope you guys are doing well. I had fun on the Zoom today, and I hope to get to do it again soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.